I am.
Okay, well, here we go. We're podcasting on the deck.
Yes, we are.
Angie's Snapchat.
Well, I was taking a picture. We haven't, God, I'm going to have to cover my cleavage in that picture. Or
Cleavage is completely acceptable.
Or maybe I should leave it.
Maybe you should leave it. We're going to post something to her in the closet.
Hold on, my headphones came off. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Give me a second. Hold on. You just keep talking.
I'm going to keep talking. So, gosh, we haven't been podcasting. We've been unfaithful in being faithful to podcasting.
Well, we've had a lot going on, to be fair. I've had a lot going on, to be fair.
It's been a crazy...
I've been pulling off...
several months.
I've been pulling off 2 jobs, taking care of a baby, trying to maintain everything. So
yeah, it's been kind of nuts.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna try to get back into. Oh, sorry, Brooke needs to take her medicine. We're gonna try to get back into track and everything like that. So we should be good to go.
Yeah, we're going to get back on track. If we're going to do the podcast, we're going to get at least a minimum of an episode a week. Get it out there, promote it, have some guests. We've got multiple people that have inquired about joining us to podcast.
Yeah, Michael wanted to come over the other night, and then we had that. We went to a, I don't know, whatever it was, the music thing.
We did go to a music thing.
That was actually not that good.
Sound check.
Yeah, so anyway, just to catch y'all up, man, my whole career has changed. I'm now back into the legal field, and who would have ever thought?
Nobody.
For a minute, that I would ever have been going back into the legal field.
Nobody.
When I left, whatever year that was, 2000, what was it? 2014 I left the legal field? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Long time ago, right. I stepped away. I said, I'll never go back. Never say never. Justin Bieber's right.
He's full of wisdom, that
because
Bieber.
Here I am. But it was
it's really a great
It was an offer.
It
was an offer I couldn't refuse. No, it really was. And the way it turned out, it fell into my lap. It literally, I 100% working at GNC, an attorney came in, and it kind of just fell on my lap, and it literally did.
Yeah, well, you kind of got to be careful when you pray specifically.
Yeah, I don't know if I shared that, but I had been specifically praying for my, I've been praying more, and I was praying for my, what I should do with my life since I'm 46. I still want to do training, of course, and I am doing that on the side. That'll always be in my blood. But, I want to make money. I want to make more money so I can save and do this and that, whatever, not live so stressed from paycheck to paycheck like most people have to, and
right.
Which we'll still have to. But you know what I mean. I want it to be better. I wanted to give back to our family financially, and I felt like I wasn't. So, long story short, fell into my lap. I left GNC, and I am now putting the real estate kind of on hold for a second. I don't know how long it's going to be. This paralegal job is a 3-month contract, and then we go from there. But so far it's going well. So we'll see if it turns into a
good
thing.
Fit so far.
3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I watch the baby Tuesday, Thursday. So hey, what do you know? So that's up to speed with me. But for 2 weeks I had to work both jobs, and it was really challenging, and it was really hard. Not hard. Hard is the wrong word. It was just a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot to work all day, and then in the evenings too.
Yeah, so
I felt like I was like a single dad for a while there.
Yeah. So anyway, here we are. We're back.
We're back at it, and we're just winging it.
Yeah.
This evening.
It's funny. I don't know when we were talking about what we were going to talk about on this podcast, I was like, what are we going to talk about? And I remember a couple of nights ago, you told me this story, and you were like, we've got to talk about this on the podcast. And he was talking about a lady on Instagram, and I don't believe him. I don't believe her. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't believe either of them. But you said, I think it was Instagram, that she sells her farts in a jar.
Oh, wait, I saved it.
And listen. I'm sure she does sell them.
She does sell them.
But I need to know.
We got to figure out how to get farts in a jar.
I want you to experiment. Does she use mason jars is what I want to know?
You know what? I've ordered some, but they're not here yet.
Or are they airtight special fart jars?
I don't know if there's like a... Now, she doesn't anymore because of her diet.
Okay, we'll get to that.
But I don't know if she,
start-
like, put a tube in her butt and
Okay.
farted into a sealed...
I think you know, and you
Jar?
just don't want to tell me that you looked into it.
I haven't looked into it yet. Me?
Stick a tube in her butt?
What have I not told you about that I've looked into that you're like, what is wrong with
That
you?
you would actually research how she did it?
Well,
You know what? Maybe she did stick a tube in her butt and then had... I don't know, but it's going to have to be an airtight jar. I don't think you can just sit on a mason jar and fart and close it up and mail it, and the person open it and can smell it.
I don't know. There's probably some good farts that would stay.
Listen, I want you to get a mason jar, and I want you to do the experiment. I want you to fart in it and shut it up for about 3 days, because I would say that's standard mailing time.
Sure.
Okay?
And then open it.
I'm not opening it. I don't care. I don't need to smell that. And you tell me if it smells. Will you do that? Will you do that for us?
I have no problem
And report
farting in
back.
a jar.
And report back.
I have no problem.
We'll go to the Dollar Tree. We'll get us a mason jar. And,
Have a good dinner. Have some fart snacks.
yeah, you have to get some dairy going on.
Oh, yeah.
What
Eat
is good? Some beans and cheese. Just go to Mexican.
cheese.
Go to Taco Bell.
Let's just crush
Just
some
get Taco Bell.
I'm just
there's no
afraid.
weed.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want any residual in
That's
the jar.
that's the thing. You got to.
It's not shart in a jar. It's fart.
right. But going to Taco Bell, it can turn into shart in a jar.
You can control it. I know you can control it.
There's been some instances where they can argue with that,
Well, then you'll just throw that jar away and use another one.
or wash it out. We just wash it out.
You're not washing that in my sink. That's disgusting. We'll throw it away. We're not that cheap.
True. We just flush. It's just wash it out in the toilet.
Anyway, what's this girl's name?
Let's see if her name's here. Let's see.
Her name is there. She has an Instagram name. You've got her pulled up. What's the
I'm
name?
not on hers. I'm on the Lad Bible
Why are you on the Lad Bible?
because it's a dude page.
What? I'm sure they tagged her. You pulled her page up before.
I pulled up. It's on the Lad Bible. It's on their page. They're the ones reporting it. Let's see if it gives her name.
You know that they're going to have to give her
there
credit.
it is.
I
There it
told you.
is.
I know how
There it is.
Instagram works.
Despite making bank from her gassy goods last year, Steph Matto, M-A-T-T-O, from Connecticut,
That's
U.S.,
the motto. Sorry.
had to announce her early retirement
Oh.
after she was hospitalized due to the diet she'd been following.
So she did follow a high fart diet.
She was all about it. She probably had it down to a science. I mean, if you're selling your farts and you're making, what'd they say she was making?
I can't find her on here.
It's probably because she's no longer.
It's probably because she doesn't exist. I don't know how much they said she was making, but if our neighbors are listening, they're going to really be more disappointed in us than they already are.
I'm okay with that.
Me too. How do you spell her name? S-T-E-P-H?
S-T-E-P-H.
M-O-T-T-O?
M-A-T-T-O.
Oh, Matto.
Sorry, I might have said motto.
You did say. Well, I heard motto. You might have said Matto. Anyway.
It's hard to tell. But,
I don't think that's her. So she retired. She no longer does this. Is that
no.
what you're saying?
She retired from farting in jars.
Right. So then
But she started up a new venture.
And this is where I really have a problem.
This one's a tough one.
This one's a hard one for. I don't believe the first one. Okay, listen, let me back up. I believe that she sold her farts in a jar, but I don't believe the jars when they arrived really smelled like farts. But
We'll test it out.
This next one, I believe less.
The next one, the next one is interesting.
Go ahead. What's she doing?
Well, she's selling her boob sweat, and if the sun is shining, she claims to be able to fill 10 bottles of sweat jars in just one day.
Crap.
Which are then sold at $500 a pop.
Okay.
She's
not
times 10. 500 times 10. That's a lot of money.
She's not. How big are these bottles?
I have no clue.
2 ounce bottles, 1 ounce
They
bottles?
couldn't be big.
Even if it were 1 ounce bottles, and if it's a hot sunny day, she can fill up 10. Okay, Carter's bottles in there go up to 8 ounces.
Right. Those are big for
They're big
boob
bottles.
sweat.
There's no freaking way that anyone could fill that bottle up with sweat, period. Not one person. One person fill a whole bottle up with sweat. I do understand that some people sweat more than others, and you're probably thinking, oh, yes, I could. Well, maybe you sweat more. That's fine. But we're talking boob sweat under UBS. Under
right.
boob sweat. That's
Well,
the thing.
it's all the boob. I think we're not particularly picky about where it comes from on the boob. It could be sweat that rolls off your head and body
Nope.
onto the boob.
Nope.
As long as it spends some
Boob
time
sweat,
on the boob, it's considered
not on
boob
the
sweat.
boob, Jeff. Boob sweat doesn't come from on top of the boob.
Under the boob.
It's the only place I really sweat bad.
I have a feeling.
And I sweat bad under there, and I still couldn't fill up even one 1 ounce bottle. It's UBS. That's what it's called. They'd be like, girl, you got the UBS. Go ahead. You could Urban Dictionary it.
Well, no. I believe that there's under boob sweat, but it doesn't say anything about under boob. It just says boob sweat.
Jeff, you don't sweat. The top of your boobs don't really sweat.
Well, sweat gets on the top of your boobs probably. If you sunbathe or you sit out in the sun and try to get
maybe
some sweat
some
going.
droplets or something.
Maybe
but
do
the
some
major,
jogging in place, maybe some jump rope.
Maybe
No,
there's
don't.
some droplets on top of your boobs, but the major boob sweat comes from underneath. So I don't know if she gets a funnel. I don't know if she squeegees it. Is there a boob sweat squeegee we don't know about?
Probably
I think she uses saline.
a sweat
And
squeegee.
she uses saline, and she has some sort of spray that smells funky, and she
Yes.
puts it in there
Yes.
because it's just salty water.
It's hard for me to believe that she's getting enough boob sweat off of her to sell 10 bottles.
I call bullcrap.
$500 a day.
I need to watch her do it.
I think she's a fraud.
I think she's a fraud, 100%. I'm calling her out, and I want to see her do it. I want her to be on my deck, and I want to see how she collects the boob sweat.
I wonder if this is something that she does that people can see, like on an OnlyFans or something. That would be helpful in being a believer.
Okay, that would be helpful. But man, she must sweat like a mother.
She must. I don't
Can you
think.
imagine? Like your
Yeah.
hardest workout you've done that's produced the most sweat. Well, not the hardest workout, because sometimes you can produce
That's
a
true.
ton of sweat and it's not really that hard of a workout.
Right.
It depends on your conditions. But say
Yeah.
you're outside,
Yeah.
one of your outside workouts, and you just were sweating up a storm. Do you think you could really fill a bottle?
No.
Now, if you were, now I've had a client who's been drenched in sweat in his t-shirt, and if he wrang out his t-shirt, he might fill up maybe a 1 ounce bottle.
That's true. If you get that shirt soaked and then you wring it out, that's a different thing because it collects all of it, right? It holds
but
onto it.
You're not going to collect that much of UBS.
No. But I don't think she just uses boob sweat. I think she probably cheats a little and uses sweat from any part of her body she can gather.
She's a fraud, because if you advertise boob sweat, it better be boob sweat.
I agree 100%. You need
Anyway.
authenticity.
I call her out. Sorry. I mean, she's probably a nice girl and everything like that, but I call her out.
Oh yeah, anybody that's selling their farts in boob sweat, they're great. I'm sure she's just
Listen,
fantastic.
however you need to make your money. If I could do it, I would.
You would?
I'm not going to fart in a jar. No, I don't fart like I'm sorry. I can't turn these off. Listen, we've been together for how many years, and I've not ever
30 plus.
voluntarily farted in front of you. Like, I mean, I
No,
know I
you're
have
not
in
a
my
farter.
sleep, or when I'm not, probably when I sleep, or maybe you've heard me in the bathroom. But I mean, like, I've never been like sitting on the couch at night watching TV and on purpose.
No, you've never just volunteered to rip one. You've never just
Maybe
been
in
like,
my
hey,
older
check
age.
this out.
When I get dementia, like I'm probably going to.
Yeah,
I probably
maybe.
will. But anyway,
That'll be
if
fun.
I could sell boob sweat or any sweat from any orifice of my being, I would.
I would encourage it.
I would. Are you concerned about something with this recording?
No. Can you hear the background noise? Or is
I
that
mean,
just
maybe
my
a little
headphones?
bit.
I just never hear it, so I'm just looking. I'm studying
hear
it to
it
see if I have
I
any
hear a
settings.
little shh, but it's fine.
like the ocean behind us.
If it's bad quality, we'll never do this outside again. It's not.
I don't know if it's outside. It might be the podcast equipment, and that's okay. We can figure it out.
It's the dust on it is what it is.
Dude, that's what it is. Probably. You're probably
Anyway.
right.
So, is she doing anything other than under than boob sweat?
No, I mean when you can make $500 a bottle and do 10 a day, You don't need to
I
do
want
anything
to see her.
else.
Pull her up one more time. I can't find her on mine. I don't know. I don't know.
Couldn't find her?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm sure she has more than 300 followers, and that's the only one. Yeah, let me see. Where can you click on her? Where is she?
Oh, I don't know if
tagged?
they tagged her or not. You can look.
Well,
and
then she
see.
probably doesn't have an Instagram if they didn't tag her.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she got tired of being harassed and took her Instagram down.
She's a fartpreneur, it says.
A fartrepreneur.
She's 31-year-old former reality star.
Huh.
Huh. Oh my gosh. That's just insane.
You know where you can find her? The Google.
The Google.
Jump on the Google, hit the image,
Anyway.
and you'll get visuals of her.
You
I
know
don't
what-
know if there'll be any of her farting in anything.
That's okay. I don't need that. You know what else really makes me mad?
Makes you mad?
It doesn't make me mad as much as it doesn't make sense to me. Jeff got this magazine in the mail today. Well, he didn't get it in the mail. It's actually addressed to somebody else, but our address. So whomever lived here before is rich, I suppose.
That or they like to fantasize about being rich.
We
about
got this
getting
magazine, and
magazines.
let me tell you something. Maybe you know what it is. Lafayette 148, New York. We got the pre-fall 2022 edition.
Pre-fall?
Pre-fall 2022. The lady on the front looks hideous. The outfit looks horrible.
The fashion to me, it has New York on the front, so I know that they're supposed
That
to be
is
cool,
so-
and it's
it's
supposed to be
not.
really good.
It's not. It's not
I don't,
cool.
that dress right there. I don't know if
Listen.
it's the buttons, but I think it's $1,298.
The very first dress you open up, let me paint you a picture. It is a long dress that Morticia would wear from the Addams Family. It's long. No. She has more style than this. Let me say, it looks like an Amish woman would wear this. I'm sorry if you're Amish and you're listening. You're probably not, because if you are,
You're breaking
you're
some
breaking
rules,
You're
I
not supposed to be
think.
listening, and you need to get off here. I'm just trying to help you. Anyway, it looks like an Amish would wear it, and it's all black, very, very long.
That's what she said.
Not form-fitting at all,
No, it's not.
and
Not
long
sexy.
sleeves, and it has different color buttons going all the way down. Okay, rainbow of buttons. This dress, it's the Jersey Ballet Studio dress, is $1,298.
That's before tax.
Almost $1,300 for a dress that does not have one jewel. It looks like
It has rainbow buttons, though.
It has rainbow buttons. They look like Skittles.
They do.
I could get some black fabric, and I got a sewing award in high school. I could sew it and glue some Skittles on
It's
there.
true. It's very true.
And it would be great.
Or you could just run down to Michael's
Can I
and get
just
some
say,
buttons.
her stupid socks, cashmere silk socks, are $98.
Really being hard on this lady.
And
She's
the
just a
leather
model.
ballet shoes, which are stupid looking,
Oh,
are
ballet shoes.
$598.
Oh, so that outfit.
That outfit alone
If we were-
is almost $2,000. It's like 15. No, it was 12, 30. Yeah, about $1,900.
Oh.
$1,900.
And the only dress I would see you paying that kind of money for is the official Mary Poppins dress.
If I had the official Mary Poppins dress, I would pay that much, and I would
Right.
wear it, and I would dare somebody to say something. I'll just tell you, there's this other outfit in
What about
here.
that green suit?
Oh my God, this is, if you guys could see this.
The green socks on that
This
one are
lady
terrible.
has on a brown dress that looks like it's a long raincoat.
She got a red turtleneck
with
on?
a red turtleneck under the dress, green socks that are that fall between her knee and her ankle, so they're taller than the ankle, and some stupid looking shoes that look like they come out. George Washington probably wore the shoes. The shoes are $798. The suede blazer, they're calling it a oh no, that's on the other page. I told you wrong. This lady's dress is $1,400. On the other side of the page is a gray basic suede blazer, $2,298. I'm flipping through here, and I could go to my grandma's closet, pick out some clothes, and come out, and I would be like in style, fashion,
Maybe.
according to this mag. No, I'm serious. My grandma wears stuff that looks better than this.
Compared to this is trash. Of course, to someone, we're low rent people here. So
Jeff, nobody can. If you got one person that could sit here and look at this and tell me that it looks good,
that green blazer looks terrible.
It all looks terrible. But now
I'm
that
trying
purse
to
is
find
cute.
something
Now
that
that purse
looks
is
okay.
cute. There's a little little mini purse.
That's
It's
yeah,
nice.
that's
It's
a nice.
about $1,000.
Oh, bargain.
Oh
That's a
my
bargain, man.
gosh. Y'all listen.
Ooh, now we're getting into the black
This
and white
stuff
collection.
is so ugly. It's downright ugly, and it makes me upset that people would actually pay for
It makes me wonder if they started the magazine out with the really ugly stuff, so when you got to this stuff, you're like, this isn't so bad.
It's still ugly. It's still ugly.
I wonder how much the jeans are. Or is that an ad?
They're $498, sir.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Ooh, we got some slip-ons.
this stuff just really aggravates me. Why
I
does
know.
it
I hear it.
aggravate
I
me
can
so
hear it in your
bad?
voice.
It just, you could spend your money on some. I'm not telling you what to spend your money on, but I'd need to talk to you if you spend this much money on clothes.
What is she wearing? What was that?
Jeff,
What are those?
I don't know. It looks like a freaking suit.
That's like a jacket thing, but it's made out of scarves.
It looks like,
It's like-
she took a briefcase and disassembled it and then just threw it over her.
But before she threw it over her, she stapled scarves in it all around like a tent.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's pretty interesting.
What is the most expensive item of clothing that you ever bought?
The most expensive item of clothing that I've ever bought?
Yeah, that you can remember.
Gosh, it's hard to say. I think the most expensive pair of shoes I ever bought, but I didn't pay full price because I
Okay,
got
but how much were they?
Oh, they're over $300 dress
Oh,
shoes
man.
at Kelly's. Thing is with those shoes, they're Allen Edmonds. They're fantastic shoes, and they're pretty much good for life.
Are they the
Unless
ones with the
you-
stupid tassels on them?
Mine did not have tassels
God,
on
don't
them.
wear tassels on your shoes.
Did I have two pair? I may have had two pair.
Or pennies.
This was way
penny
back. I
loafers.
got this at a huge discount. And the great thing about those are, though, when you buy them, when they get worn out, you just ship them in, and they put new soles on them, they take them apart and
Why
send
don't they
them
just
back
send you
to
a new
you
pair of shoes?
because they're broke in. It's
Oh.
very difficult to break in a good pair of dress
Well,
shoes.
that's okay. I can give you a pass on that.
But that is actually probably not a bad idea. If you're wearing a suit and dress shoes, and you're going to be wearing these shoes probably 3+ days a week for 20, 30 years, maybe.
Look at these shoes. I've worn these for 3 days a week in the summers for 4 or 5 summers now.
Yes.
I have.
These shoes.
Don't look at my feet.
I wasn't looking at your feet.
They're gross. Anyway, I think the most expensive item of clothing I've ever bought is probably my wedding dress. That was about $300, but I didn't buy it.
True.
So
And that's cheap.
Me myself,
You don't buy expensive
I
clothing.
did when I was like in high school, but again, my parents bought it. So
Right,
with my
right.
own money, yeah. I mean,
We're pretty cheap. I've tried to buy some cool stuff, but I usually take it back before I get it out the door.
I honestly can't think of anything really expensive I've ever bought. But anyway,
I'd say when I used to love, like you said, my parents would buy it for me. I love polos, but I only get a couple of things a year.
right. I'm not saying if you. I'm not. It's
I'm
fine
into good clothing, man. I would
mean,
love to
I
have the
get
money
that.
to
Like,
get
you wanna buy
really
good
nice
clothing.
clothing.
But I think this is overboard.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I think
yeah.
if you pay $1,200 for a dress like that, we have problems because that was the very basic black ugly dress.
Well,
But anyway.
the one thing they don't have is financial issues if they're buying those.
Well, if they keep buying dresses like that, they might.
And it
wouldn't
looks
be.
like it's I'm not going to say the name. I don't know, man. This is not the last guy that lived here, but it must have been the people before. maybe, or maybe
They
not,
need to update their mailing.
or maybe his wife was into this.
We're
going
gonna
to
get a Walmart catalog in the mail tomorrow and be like, "Sorry, we sent you the wrong one. This is the one that you get, Angie." And I would be.
But
fine with
all the
that.
models in here. Well, no, they're not.
What?
In that first section with all the super duper ugly stuff,
Right.
they're all Indian models, which I have
What
no
do you
problem
say?
with.
Okay, now what? Whoa, hold up. What are you saying about Indian?
I'm not
models?
saying anything about Indian models. I'm an equal model guy, unless they're
No,
like,
you're not.
yes, I am, unless they shouldn't be a model. Now listen,
Listening.
when you get back here, they throw in the other ethnicities. They really get diverse, so that's good. But for several pages, it's like the same two ladies.
That's because nobody would agree to wear these ugly clothes and put their face and their body in this ugly clothing.
Yeah, that could be it.
That's what it is.
Dude, let's see here. Silk sweater, $1,298.
I mean, it's just it makes me mad.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's it.
Well,
It irritates me.
That's fun. Well, that make good. This is good paper though for the fire pit.
Exactly. It's
You know what I'm
expensive.
saying?
It might burn good.
It's thicker. It's thicker paper. What do they call that?
Hard stock.
Hard stock.
Hard.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, see, I'm getting bit out here.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got anything else?
No, I think we covered it. Farts in a jar, boob sweat, and expensive, ugly clothing.
Okay.
We did it.
Did it.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
was interesting. And next time, when you listeners come back, we probably won't have the sound effect in the background.
Well, and
I'm
hopefully,
gonna fix it.
and hopefully we'll have the results of the fart in a jar.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I don't know. I've got to get fart jars. I get jars. I don't know if she uses special jars.
Well, that's what I said at the beginning of the podcast. We're just gonna have to use a mason
And I
jar.
did go to the Google, and it was, this is her, and that's probably who you saw.
Oh gosh, I'm getting bit. I don't. That's who I saw.
You said only 300,000.
No, I said 300.
Oh, 300. Okay, all right.
I typed in Steph.
Yeah, well, that's, yep. That's funny on the name up there. It's Steppen. Our homie Steppen is farting in jars and identifying. That's this one.
That's too funny. All right, well, we'll have your update hopefully next time.
Ah,
Jeff,
we'll-
you got to
we'll
get to
see.
farting. You got to get to farting.
All right, we'll work on it.
All right.
It was fun. Good night.